In another couple of months, graduating college students will be embarking on the real world, and with that comes the hunt for a job. Here with some great tips on how to stand out and what to expect at a career fair is Veronica Montalvo, Vice President of Enrollment Management at Post University. Good morning, Veronica. Thanks for being here bright and early.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is such an important topic. Employment, such a hot topic in the economy right now. The job market is not great, so it must be daunting for college students to get out there and try to get that first job. What is the first piece of advice that you have for them?
I would say have a plan. Definitely have a plan. Do your research. If you are already, if you're actually applying for a position, make sure you do your homework as far as the company goes, the positions, the expectations, and hopefully the hiring manager you're going to meet.
And attend those career fairs. And case in point, Post University is holding a career and job fair on March 23rd. What companies will be participating?
Well, we are actually the primary hiring, the employer. We have anywhere from 25 to 40 positions currently open. Wow. And so we will be the primary hiring source.
Okay, let's get to some tips then. First of all, how should one dress? A lot of kids who are just graduating from college, they may not know yet what to do. What is the best way for them to present themselves?
Always better to be overdressed than underdressed. Okay. Dress to impress. Suit is always recommended.
Wear a suit. That is the standard.
Yes.
You also say arrive early.
Yes.
Okay.
Arrive early, have a plan, make sure you have at least 5 copies of a resume. You never know how many hiring managers you're going to meet. If it goes well, hopefully you'll meet more than one. And yeah, it's always better to be early's on time, right? Okay,
exude confidence, speak clearly and positively. Those are all good points.
Eye contact, big smile, very enthusiastic, very firm handshake.
And make sure it's genuine. That's a really good point.
Absolutely.
Okay, now you said 5 copies of the resume, but also before you even print them up, proofread, and have someone else as well.
Yes, proofread for obviously grammatical errors, proofread for dates. Make sure, especially in this economy, sometimes you can't help there's gaps, or if you obviously don't have a work experience, you want to make sure everything that you have done is accurate and you're prepared to respond to every timeline that's on the resume.
Okay, and you've heard the expression, first impressions are lasting impressions. Yeah. How does one create that perfect 30-second commercial of themselves?
I think, well, planning, thinking about it well in advance. What are your strengths? What are the benefits? What is the advantage of an employer wanting to hire you? Especially at these career fairs, you've got maybe 2 to 5 minutes max, and there's obviously a lot of competition, so you want to make sure that you stand out.
And what should you say and what shouldn't you say?
What should you say? Obviously, you want to stick with your objectives and obviously the position and why you believe you're qualified for it. You should never talk negatively, should never refer to previous professors or employers as a negative.
What about money? That's a touchy subject. Do you talk salary?
Never. Don't ever if they bring it up, then obviously you engage, but prior to, you never bring it up, especially at this junction so early in the interview stages.
Okay, and what about after the interview? What's a good thing to do after the interview?
It's very important to follow up. Especially in this economy, especially with so much competition, so many people forget, especially the younger, at Post University we have a very, somewhat of a younger demographic, and it's important that people remember that follow-up is key because it can make the difference between someone who is just as qualified or even slightly more qualified than you, but you may be more eager by showing that in your follow-up in an email or phone call to the recruiter or the hiring manager.
And that handwritten note, I think, always has a nice little personal touch to it.
That's right, absolutely.
All right, Veronica, thank you very much for your time this morning. I appreciate it.
Good luck. I hope to see everybody at the career fair on March 23rd at Post University.
Okay, thanks again.
Thank you.
Shirley.